I would like a bus service on the outer city ring. Let's do that. Do I want it going counterclockwise as well? Sure, why not? People apparently quite like these bus routes. Quite busy. But all of them are sort of 100. They're at least 100 on average. Is it worth considering trying to get a bus station? I think we need to upgrade some roads first. Do we need to upgrade some roads? I think for now we're okay with the roads upgrades. We don't need to worry about that. So maybe we don't. Possibly, I need to consider getting a subway system. Unfortunately, subway systems are quite expensive. And I don't quite have the cash right now. What I would like is a cargo train terminal, which I would put on the outskirts of the city. But to do that, I need to bring this small section of track all the way over here. I could make it underground. It's gonna be quite expensive, as I recall. Each cell costs 75, whereas the roads we've been building cost... The cheap ones, these cost 50. I guess they're only 50% more expensive, although they're 100 and 250%-ish more expensive than these. But I do need less of it, so maybe this would work out. Unfortunately, I can't quite afford the cargo train terminal. One of the things that's never really worked out for me in this game is the train station. Whenever I've placed one, it's never really worked. I think for this city, it would need to be here, sort of in the middle of the commercial area. I can afford one right now, but the cargo train terminal is almost always worth it far more than the regular train terminal, because businesses love shipping out lots of freight with it. How is that new incineration plant doing? It's full. Did we manage to empty this entirely? It's 1%. We may as well leave it on to get rid of that 1%. Although it does mean that if I look around the city, is rubbish piling up? No! Rubbish is not piling up. And buildings are upgrading. Excellent. What do you want? Increase the value of land to allow the building to be upgraded. Parks, plazas, and good services increase land value. Yeah, well, are you in the middle of a bus route? That's a question. You are not in the middle of a bus route. I'm wondering if I should add a bus route on every ring. That would increase traffic, but I would have the rings I've not put them on go the other way round. Seems sensible, right? I think that seems sensible. I'm not sure if we should do that now or later. Maybe we should add a taxi service, add a taxi depot, and then add taxi stands around the place. I'm not sure if that's worth it. Come on. There we go. 0%. We can now get rid of it, and it's gone forever. There we are. Lovely. Everyone's slightly happier. And I can expand the industrial sector a little bit. I can extend it a lot. I'm not sure if I want to, although there is demand for it, so I guess I will. Okay, let's do this. Okay, zone extended. Hopefully that works. The commercial. Do we want to extend the commercial? I already did extend the commercial. I'm wondering if I should stick some high density commercial in here. Let's see what that does. I'm just going to stick it all in here. I'm just going to, even though it's so close to the industrial sector, I'm just going to sod it. Just in there. Get in there. Do it. There's a lot of lightning still. The lightning is still going off. There's a fire. Fires happen. Building is on fire. It doesn't look that on fire, but apparently it is technically on fire. Oh, suddenly, yep, that's a lot of fire. Oh well. Doesn't matter. The fire service should easily be able to get there on time. Why aren't these upgrading? Covered by more services. Okay, so these are not covered directly by a fire station. This is one of the things I pointed out a while ago. We do need another fire station to cover more things. So I'm thinking we need one pretty much in the center of the industrial area, if we can do that, which we can do, in fact. We need it on the corner, one of these corners, to give it maximum coverage. Which corner, though? Do we put it on this corner here? No, because that's close to the other one. We should put it here, I think. Yeah, let's pop it down there. There you go. Excellent coverage. That's going to cost me some money, but that's fine. We're going to have more money coming in as we expand. Oh, wow. These trees are apparently quite a lot of danger of being set on fire. We're out of power. Why are we out of power? Why are we out of power? We've got capacity. Why are we out of power? Oh, they struck the power lines. Cool. Right, the lightning apparently struck the power lines. It sounded close, I thought, but apparently it was so close it actually just took out the power lines. That's why we're out of power. So that's fixed. So that should be, yep, power is restored. Don't worry, guys. The The lightning knocked out one of our substations, and we got that back up as quick as we could. Oh, look, I missed the zoning here. How did I miss this zoning? Oh, it's because I rebuilt this road, isn't it? Yeah, built the road, so I lost it. I'm quite disconcerted that the lightning is just going to strike dead in the center and cause a massive fire. That's not really how lightning works, though. It just causes things to explode more than anything else. Will cause fires occasionally. Oh, we can't build much stuff here because it's like on a slope. How much is landscaping again? 12 money, or 13 money, I guess, per cell cubed. Okay, I guess that's kind of cheap. What I want to do, I suppose, is level that out a bit. And this hill's pretty steep. We definitely need to get a satellite up here. I guess this is fine for now. We'll just leave this as it is. Let's expand the... Hello? Is anything on fire? Is this broken again? No, this looks good. It's got a red flashing light on it. It looks fine. It's pretty dark, though, but it looks fine. Sure. Let's just expand the commercial out this way. There you go. Have some commercial. What I could do here is put a monument of some kind. I'm not sure what kind of monument. Is there a... No, I don't particularly want any of these. Oh, there's the driving range. I don't want a driving range. Casino. That could be cool. We have a zoo. No, we don't really want any of this. There's the football stadium. Oh, wow, they're expensive. It doesn't fit anywhere either. Okay, that super doesn't fit anywhere. Right, we can deal with that. Maybe what we want is like... what's this? The Posh Mall. Oh, the Posh Mall doesn't fit. What's this? The Mall of Moderation. Can we put this in here? The slope is too steep. Oh, but that slope is fine. It costs a lot of my money, but this quite steep slope is not too bad for it, apparently. Does make some noise, but, you know, it fills in this space. Maybe I should do that. I'm really not sure. Oh, I'm never sure what I should be doing at any given point. Also, I should be expanding industrial over this way with that gap between the farmland and the regular smelly industrial. That way we can keep the vegetables nice and fresh. They don't get too polluted. So some of these bus services are pretty popular, as it turns out. The outer one is very unpopular. It has the most vehicles on it. Presumably this is the case because, well, there's not too many buildings on it at this stage. That's okay, we'll fix that. The inner ones are very popular. The most popular being the outer one, it seems. I guess that has the most buildings on it, so I guess that kind of makes sense. So traffic is starting to become a bit problematic. The amazing work I did earlier with the one-way roads has worked out quite nicely. There is no traffic jams. However, there is a continuously moving queue coming or starting to build up on the highway into the city. Is it a consistent problem? I'm not sure, but there is certainly a lot of traffic coming in. Oh, wow. For some reason, a huge amount of traffic wants to go this way. I guess that makes sense because no one wants to go to my city, right? Everyone just wants to get out of here as fast as possible by quickly leaving this way. So I guess that actually makes sense. Demand for residential is up. Now, do I want to go around and change low density to high density residential, or upgrade the existing stuff? I kind of want to upgrade the existing stuff, but that requires education. Education takes a long time. My elementary education is now 46%. No, sorry, 34%. But a lot of that is moving into well-educated at this point. The need for more schools is also going up, which is another problem. High school education, I'm still able to just about handle the demand. But demand for university education is also becoming apparent. Where would I even begin to consider putting a university? They do fit. They do fit in these blocks, but I kind of don't want it there. I kind of want it here somewhere. Somewhere in here would definitely seem like a better choice for me, I think. So maybe here? Will it fit on this side? No, I have to put it like this. Does it actually cover the whole city? If I put it here? Not really. Is that a problem? Because it's a university. You don't want it in the middle of your residential area, or do I? Maybe I do. Okay, we're going to do that. We're just going to put it right here. Removing some residents and making it... No, making me bankrupt. Also, what's the operating cost of this? I didn't really look at that. Okay, it's quite high. I can afford it. Have I paid back my loans? One of them I have. The big one, not so much yet. I knocked down a few houses. Apparently, various houses are now suddenly upgrading as a result. That's interesting. I don't think I'm seeing the ding arrows. Where are the ding arrows? There's meant to be ding arrows around here, but there aren't. But now we have a university smack bang in the middle of this low density residential housing. Beautiful. But a lot of them are now upgrading to tier 3. That one's upgraded to tier 2. You're not a good example. Find some better examples. I think that's it. So this tier 3 house is much bigger, holds more people, and therefore increases my capacity. Also, the demand for residential is super high. Maybe what I should do is make... Oh man, I'm going to sort of regret this, aren't I? Make some of the residential around the university, just the ones immediately around the university, high capacity. Which means these houses that just got upgraded, they're getting knocked down and getting replaced with high density stuff, which will probably immediately upgrade to tier 2 or 3. Also, I forgot to do this bit. Okay, let's see if this works. Also, yes, we're going to have some high density housing in these small patches behind the university. So now the university is the biggest cause. Everyone hates the university now because this place used to be like a village. Everyone knew everyone, but now it's impossible to know everyone because there's so much high density housing, and it's all the university's fault. Look at this, a teeny tiny little house. Apparently that holds one household. That's quite a tall house for one household. Everyone's super unhappy. In fact, actually, I've not looked at happiness. Why are people unhappy? You can tell me why you're unhappy? Why are you unhappy? Have they just not realized how happy they should be? Is that the problem? We have no offices, but residential happiness below 70% seems like it's a bad thing. Oh, people are not happy over here. Oh, are we short? We've got shortage of workers? What kind of workers are we looking for? We need uneducated workers. Yeah, that's a problem because we're educating a lot of people here. A lot of people. We're trying to educate everyone because everyone should have a good education. It's such a shame to not have a good education. It seems such a waste to not have a reasonable education. I mean, I can't write, for example. I got a terrible education, but that doesn't affect me really, fortunately. Why are things not building here? Oh, because I haven't zoned it properly. People don't want high capacity housing here, apparently. Does increase the noise pollution. Oh, here we go. Look, that one's coming up now. Lovely. It's always fascinating to watch as new buildings get built. Oh, this one's got like a giant advert on the front of it. That must be covering a bunch of windows. It must be covering a huge amount of windows, that. What do you want to upgrade? Educate more citizens. Yep, we're doing that. Have you got a bus service by any chance? You don't. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we do need to complete the rings with additional bus services. It actually doesn't cost me anything as far as I can tell, so yeah, I'm just going to do that. And these are going to be clockwise bus services, going the other direction. So let me just go ahead and do that as quickly as I can. There we go. I've added all the rings except this one. This one doesn't need one. It's so small, why would you ever need a bus service there? One thing I did notice while doing that, the power is a problem again. We can now build a hydropower plant. However, if we were to build this, we would have to build it somewhere a bit strange, and it wouldn't really make, well, any money, quite frankly, because there's no water flow around here. We could make an artificial one that defies the laws of physics. So that is to say, this is going to be really weird, but this is how the game works. We could make an artificial sort of river, which we fill with the waste pipes up here, and then put the dam on the exit of that. Defies the laws of physics because we shouldn't be able to reclaim money from that, right? We shouldn't be able to reclaim energy from that because we've pumped the water uphill to then let it go through the power plant. Unfortunately for the game doesn't account for how much power it would actually take to pump the water uphill. So therefore we can do that. Because the game doesn't understand that. Also, apparently we're out of water. Yep, let's add another water tower. And we also need to add, we need to add another advanced, what are these called? The advanced wind turbines that just sort of sit in the sea. They're all making 20 megawatts, so that's fine. We do need to get rid of these though. Maybe now is the time. So these are making, what, 8 each? So I need to get 3 more of these, sort of, in order to get rid of these. Also, I just realized I should not be putting these water towers here anymore because they make a lot of noise. Right, mistakes were made. I'm just going to let the mistakes stand for now. I'm going to allow it for the moment. We need to start zoning up the outer ring for residential. Because apparently lots and lots of people want to love living in the Ring City, and loads of people are wanting to move into the Ring City. I wonder what industry is popular in this particular city, because there are still cities around the world that have sort of specializations. Sort of. Couldn't name any off the top of my head, but I know they exist. I do know that they do exist, in fact, although I couldn't name any, which is a bit of an awkward problem. Hey, look, all the buildings are built around the university. They haven't upgraded. None of them are tier 2, unfortunately. And they want educated citizens to become tier 2. I guess, I mean, oh, wait, this one's tier 2. This is high density. Look at that. There we go. This one can house a lot more people. Awesome. It's doing 7 out of 12. So that one's almost doubled its capacity. University is doing a lot of things. Oh, this one's upgraded as well. 7 out of 16. Okay, some of these are upgrading a lot. Alright, so what services are available? We don't have good coverage of death services. You don't really need it. You just need enough so that, you know, people don't complain. Health coverage. Health coverage could be improved. We're making a lot of cash right now, apparently. So we can definitely afford to get another one of these. Let's put it sort of over here somewhere. We do need to put it on a corner. We are going to run out of corners. This is something I've realized. But I think for now we're good. So let's add some health coverage over here so that everyone in the residential areas are very healthy. That's caused a bunch of stuff to want to upgrade. Fantastic. Fire coverage. We've got 2 fire stations, but it's not really enough. Well, we don't have fire stations, do we? We have fire houses. Maybe we do want an enormous fire station if we can afford it, which we can't because it's 75 grand. Maybe it is cheaper. Hold on. So this costs more. No, it does cost less than 3. So if I could replace 3 with this one, then it works. If I can't, then it doesn't work and it's not worth it. Police coverage. No one's complaining about crime. Crime rate is very low, 8%. Jail's availability is a bit of a problem. Apparently I should make a jail. That's pretty expensive. I don't really want one. Police headquarters. Yeah, it's only worth it if I'm going to get more than 2 police stations. I guess I should just get another police station. And just stick it sort of somewhere over here. Just kind of there we go. That works. That'll increase services within the city. Everyone gets more police coverage. Everyone just generally gets happier. Education, we need another elementary school, apparently. Even though we've had 3 elementary schools for a long time. We apparently need another high school, sort of. A university, yeah, we're fine for universities. We're absolutely fine. We'll not need another university for a fair old while. Do I want to get some taxi services? I think I do. The thing with taxi services that's quite annoying is the taxi stands actually take up quite a lot of space because you have to install them in slots where you can put buildings. So they do actually take up quite a lot of space. So that's why I don't really like them. I like putting other things down that actually, you know, are useful. Or more useful, let's say. Like bus stops. Bus stops don't actually take up a slot of space, so it works quite well. Do I need to increase... Yes, I need to increase my incinerators. So I need another incinerator. Bang. I still need, despite getting that incinerator, to empty this thing, which is 50% full. Let's turn it on for a while and see if we can actually get some rubbish out of it.